Now let's take a look at some of the difficult parts to make from this build if you were to try and recreate it. If you're planning on building something like this, I would make the floor out of quarter tiles. Using quarter floor tiles is not the most efficient way of building, but if you want to use quarter walls for more detailed structures, it's much easier to place them on small floor tiles than it is to place them on large ones. Speaking of quarter walls, they had their own challenges. The first big one being the snapping system fighting back at every turn when I tried to place anything below the highest point. The snapping system really didn't like me replacing anything and often just didn't let me until I ripped everything above it down. So you more or less have to build from bottom to top and can't adjust anything you want to change in the middle areas easily. When making this, I also had a lot of trouble with seam lines between wallpaper prints on the small wall tiles. Some of these seam lines I have hidden with pillars, and others I just kept moving the walls until the gaps went away. A few areas like the one here I just left because it's pretty well hidden when looking from below, but I know these little things could get to a lot of people, and I know, because I'm one of those people. If you do want to try fixing any seam lines, or even create some for extra detail, the easy way is to grab one of the tiles and sort of push it into one of the sides when placing it. If you don't get the result you want, try pushing it against the other side. I am doing this with a floor tile to demonstrate, but it could be done with other tiles as well. Sometimes you need to shift the tile below the one you're trying to move, other times you just have to move the tile you're having problems with. As this is a glitch with the snapping system, it's not very intuitive, and it is the biggest reason why I would avoid more complex detailed builds until a patch hits to make this a little bit more consistent. On a final note, if I was to build this outside of Eternaland, I would most likely want to switch some of the tiles for larger tiles. While quarter floor tiles are great for pinning down a design, I would want to switch out the quarter tiles on the first floor, second floor and roof with larger tiles where possible. The only tiles that need to be quarter tiles are those on the edges of the walls, everything else could be made more efficient. But that is it for this showcase video. I hope you got some inspiration from the building, and thank you for watching.